guys, what is going on? It's Danny10900 here, and today I've got an absolutely insane gameplay I got on Rush, on Battlefield 1 of course. Now this is day 1 of the actual Battlefield Insider, or the early release of the actual beta. There's going to be a whole week starting as tomorrow of the beta open for everybody, but this is the 1 day early beta for Battlefield Insiders. And I managed to get a pretty insane tank gameplay on Rush, and I think I went 46 to 4 in total, so there's kind of 2 different massive kill streaks that I went on. Now to be honest, I think that the tanks, well, the tank I was using, which is the heavy tank, is a little bit overpowered. As you'll see in this gameplay, it just absolutely shreds through enemies, and you can repair yourself almost up to completely full health in about probably less than a minute. So what you're going to notice from this gameplay is there's quite a lot of kill streaks. Now it's a very long gameplay, so I'm going to try and shorten parts of it, because in total it was 18 minutes. We're going to try and bring that down to make it a bit more of a watchable video for you guys. But other than that, guys, I'm just going to go into some sort of commentary, and yeah, we'll get into it. Okay guys, so for this gameplay, what I've decided I'm going to do is every time I'm just driving and I'm not actually shooting at anything or getting any kills or anything, if I'm driving to a new objective or just waiting for the new objective to open on Rush, then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to speed that up as fast as I can, and I might even put like a little annotation on screen like saying that nothing's happening at the moment. Because what I want to do is I want to try and leave in all of the bits where I'm actually shooting and getting kills to show you just how like you can use the tank well and just how overpowered it really is. So that's kind of what I'm going to do with this, and yeah. So pretty much for this entire gameplay, I'm going to be watching it at the same time as you, and I'm actually going to be sort of commentating slightly over the gameplay, and I'm also going to just be talking about Battlefield 1 beta and Battlefield 1 in the future, like how it's going to be. So for those of you that don't really play Battlefield, this is probably going to be a lot of people's first Battlefield. I mean, they may have seen a little bit of Battlefield 4 or 3 here and there, but a lot of people are going to definitely be coming over from Call of Duty and playing Battlefield more now, which is highly understandable after the whole community thing about, you know, modern games and stuff. But we're not going to bother going into that, because we just know that this is going to be an absolutely awesome game, and we're just going to leave it at that. If you want to play, go play COD. But I mean, I'm definitely going to be playing a lot more of this than I will be of Infinity Warfare, or whatever it's called, Infinite Warfare. I don't even know the name properly. But yeah, this game so far has been really fun to play. I've probably played about 2 hours of it in total, I'd say. So I came on a bit late and had to download it. I think the gigabyte size, I think it's 6 GB for the actual beta at the moment, which it will be, I think, slightly bigger tomorrow, because I'm pretty sure they're releasing another map. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I'm pretty sure on the Battlefield Twitter they said there was going to be 2 maps. So because this is the pre-release of the beta, so sort of the pre-beta, there's only 1 map currently, but I'm pretty sure they said tomorrow there's going to be 2 maps in the actual beta. So I'm hoping it's going to be like maybe the jungle one that we saw in the actual one of the trailers. We saw a jungle map, so I'm hoping it's going to be either that one or like there's like sort of a towny map with like fields and stuff like that. So I'm hoping it's going to be one of those. This map is really fun to play. Now it's pretty much got a bit of everything for everybody, because if you want to do a lot more shooting and actually, you know, getting into it, you play Rush, which is the game that I'm going to be playing here. It only has tanks, and then you can play with pretty much any kit on Rush. So the submachine gun or whatever, the assault class, you can rush in and get the objectives planted. If you want, you can stay back and snipe, and then you can also do what I'm doing here, which is just destroy everything in the tank, because it's a little bit overpowered. So you kind of have a choice of what you want to do on Rush. And then there's Conquest, where if you spawn as some classes like I don't know, sometimes if you're going to do like the assault class and stuff like that on Conquest, then you're probably not going to use the gun that much. You're probably just going to be more in the vehicles. You can of course snipe on Conquest. I did get a pretty nice sniper clip, and currently me and Chinese kids are considering doing sort of a little dualtage, sort of just nothing special, but a little sniping or just gameplay montage that we're going to put together for Battlefield 1 beta. So I'm not sure whether we're going to do a day 1 beta for today and then actually do a whole week worth of clips for like sort of the actual full beta, but we're going to do something along the lines of that, and we'll just kind of have to see how that ends up. But yeah, there's 2 different game modes out currently, which is Rush and Conquest. They're basic Battlefield game modes. Personally, I prefer Rush just because there's more action, I feel. Obviously, Conquest has all the planes and stuff, and if you enjoy that sort of thing, then go for it. I actually had to go in one of the bomber planes, and the bomber planes, I actually could control it, which is unusual, because normally I can't fly planes for shit on Battlefield. But I did actually manage to get 2 or 3 kills with the bomber plane, so that just shows that I think they have made it slightly easier to fly planes, because I did not crash the first time I went in the plane. So that was nothing short of a miracle, but I'm pretty sure they made it easier, so hopefully new Battlefield players will be able to pick up and actually get into flying or the vehicle side, which I've not been used to in COD. So that's going to be pretty sick there. So we're going to be getting a lot more vehicles vehicles, obviously, when the actual full game releases. I don't think they'll be adding any more guns or any more actual vehicles just for the actual beta. I'm pretty sure all of the vehicles and guns that are in it now will be the only ones in the actual beta for the week. But obviously when the full game comes out, there's going to be a lot more maps, a lot more weapons, a lot more guns. It's just going to be, I don't know, weapons and guns are the same thing, but I'm just trying to think what I'm trying to say. A lot more vehicles is what I meant to say there. And obviously it's just going to be a lot better game. Now it's just kind of the testing, you get to try it out for free sort of. Like, they're not going to put out the full game for free, are they? Because it's just a brand new game. It's going to make tons and tons of money because so many people are going to buy this. This game is actually really, really fun to play. As you can see, I'm currently defending the B objective. For those of you who don't understand the game modes because you may not have played Battlefield before, Conquest is basically massive domination. That's that. And then I'd say Rush is pretty much, it's demolition where you come and plant the bombs, and then if you blow those bombs up, then you move on to the next set. Sort of like a massive demolition. Rush is one of my favourite game modes on Battlefield and always has been. I always like playing it on Battlefield 4, especially like on China Rising, or Siege of Shanghai it was called, where you can just go around the tank. I've always been a fan of the tanks, to be honest, because I maxed out the tanks in Battlefield 4, and they were just OP as shit because you could just go in like thermal vision and shit and just roll around and just one-hit people with tanks. It was mad. But yeah, as you can see, I've actually jumped out the tank here because it was going to explode. Managed to kill the guy that killed me with a grenade, which was, I didn't expect that to happen. But what I actually have next is, I think I have a small sniper sort of section or clip, because what I actually managed to do was show that you can use pretty much any class on Rush. So normally you think sniper would stay back and watch, but I actually managed to push all the way up to the bomb site with the sniper, plant the bomb, and then get it exploded. So I essentially carried our team through this a little bit. So as you can see, it is planted now, however it gets diffused by the enemies. And in case you're wondering what's in front of me there, that is gas. To walk through that, you have to have your gas mask on, as I put on here. It's really quick to put it on. But gas grenades are really effective. You don't want enemies to go there without having to put the gas mask on and stuff. And whilst you have a gas mask on, as you will notice in a minute, I tried to aim down sight, which I didn't realise you couldn't actually aim down your sniper scope when you got a gas mask on. Probably should have thought that through. But I saw a guy here and I was like, shit, I can't aim down sight, what do I do? So you have to take your gas mask off to do that. Then I managed to pick him off. I'm actually using, I think, it's not the base sniper rifle I'm using here, it's one of the second ones. I'm not entirely sure of the name, I'll put it up on the screen now. But what I've noticed is it fires a lot faster than the normal one. It has a longer zoom, like a closer zoom. However, you get a lot more hit markers with it. So if you're trying to level up the sniper class, this one's quite fun to use if you're just going to go like aggressive recon and rush out. However, if you're going to sit back and snipe, I recommend getting the other one. And then of course when the full game comes out, you'll be able to get like a, I don't know, times 20 scope. There'll probably be something stupid like that. So you'll be able to just sit back with the overpowered sniper and just pick people off. But if you're going to be rushing forward and pushing forward with your team, I recommend the quicker firing, maybe more hit marker snipers. Does mean that sometimes you have to get a headshot. But in the gameplay clip that we're coming here, I've actually flanked all the way around in the tank behind all of the enemies who are defending the objectives. And it's pretty much just easy pickings because there's currently no real weapon in the game to actually destroy tanks. Like, you're kind of just a little bit helpless to it. Unless there's a tank on your team, or you just have like a million grenades, there's not a lot you can do about tanks at the moment, which I think they probably should have thought through a little bit. There probably is a rocket launcher to unlock somewhere. It's just nobody really uses those classes. The main classes that I see used are the assault and the sniper. That's pretty much it. I don't see many people in the support and the engineer equivalent. I'm not sure what it's actually called on Battlefield 1 because I haven't even touched that. But I just don't see many people because I'm always getting killed by the, I think it's the M19 trench something or other. That's the assault, basic assault gun, and then obviously there's a sniper which is really overpowered. I actually ran over that kid there. I don't know why he kept trying to climb onto my tank, but it kept glitching anyway, so I didn't manage to, and then I ended up running him over. But this is the biggest kill streak in the game. The one you saw was just a small sort of kill streak beforehand. I was actually thinking, oh, that'll be good for YouTube. Then I kind of went on this streak here, and it just thought, you know what, I might as well put the entire gameplay up. I've actually managed to shorten it down, as I said. I said in the beginning it was 18 minutes. I think it's about nearly 13 minutes now. So we might just shorten down quite a lot of it. But this is the general time for rush game modes on Battlefield if you're playing well. So the thing about rush is it can either go really short on Battlefield 1 or it can go really, really long. So I know that sounds a bit dodgy, but what I mean is you can either get in and then not even take out the first objective and just get annihilated by the enemy team, because the team balancing doesn't seem brilliant at the moment, because as you can see I'm just rolling through here and that kid has no idea what the fuck's going on. But the team balancing isn't brilliant, so you can either get a team where they're really bad and then you can't even take the first objectives, or you get a really good team and you defend the first objectives really well, or you manage to push all the way through the game. Now this game was quite balanced in many respects because we managed to push all the way through the game but only getting the objectives in the last couple of minutes each time normally. So this game went on for about 20 minutes, but it has the potential to go on for about 40, which is pretty crazy. Now this is actually a key sort of part to what I'm talking about, where you get to see how to use a tank. So what I've done here is I've pulled back and it lets that tank come forward because that guy doesn't know what he's doing. And essentially by coming forward it means that your gun cannot actually reach me, because you cannot actually swivel around on the top like you could on Battlefield 4 with the tanks. He is now stuck having to try and reverse to try and get his actual gun to be able to aim on me, and he's a bit screwed, so he ends up getting out the tank. And then I run him over anyway, so I got the kill. It doesn't really matter. We are coming sort of to the end of the gameplay because we've just on the second to last set of objectives. And after that, you're pretty much just spawn trapping the enemy team unless they manage to pull off some sort of miracle. But yeah, as you can see, I'm getting quite a lot of hit markers, which is because the rocks seem to actually be a bit weird. I don't know if the hitboxes are quite perfect yet, but as I said, it's a pre-release of the beta, so it's definitely not finished yet. But some of the hitboxes seem to be a bit weird, especially when people are standing by rocks. Definitely notice that with a sniper, because you'll be aiming at their head, you'll shoot, and then you're just like, well, I'm pretty sure I hit them, but in reality there's a rock nearby. I don't know, it just seems a little bit messed up in some like perspectives, but it's going to be fixed by the time the full game comes out, so it's not really an issue we have to worry about. One issue I have really come across that's actually a little bit annoying is that sometimes the actual pause menu is a bit broken. Sometimes if you click the pause menu, it'll just go to either black screen or it won't even pop up, and sometimes it can even crash your game. So I hope they fix that pretty soon. I mean, if we have to do a weeks of beta while the actual pause menu doesn't work, it's going to be a little bit irritating, especially since I needed to try and find a sensitivity that fitted me, and every time I clicked it I was like, I don't know if this is going to crash my game or not. But luckily I managed to get a sensitivity and it worked. But yeah, the beta itself is going really well for me. Obviously this is only day one, I've only played a little bit of it, really enjoying it. There is only one map and I'm not even bored of that map yet, which just shows that it's going to be a really fun game, especially when I don't know, they'll probably bring out like 12 base maps. Then of course there'll be DLCs. And the good thing about Battlefield is this Battlefield will be going for a good couple of years, so there'll be multiple DLCs for it. There's not going to be like another Battlefield next year, because they put so much time into the actual making of the game, unlike Call of Duty. No offense, shots fired there at Call of Duty. But there's going to be so much DLCs, there's going to be so many new maps. They even go out free maps on this, which is really cool. I noticed that a lot in Battlefield 4, and they also brought out a lot of the DLCs for free at times on Battlefield 4. So you're going to get to play a lot of maps on this. There's going to be a lot of new weapons, a lot of new vehicles, a lot of game modes. I'm pretty sure this will have some new game modes. Hope they have something like War after Call of Duty World at War. But yeah, that's pretty much going to sum up the entire gameplay, guys. So I hope you guys did enjoy it, and if you did, make sure to smack that like button. But other than that, I will see you in the next video.